Good afternoon and welcome to 7K News with me, Becky Keys, and our reporter, Luke Kite. In today's programme, we'll be joining Mark Jones of the Kent Fire and Rescue Service to talk about their latest campaign, Carmageddon. Here in the studio, I'll be talking to Sarah Carre about the reasons behind the latest boycott of all things Nestlé. Then finally, we'll be back to Luke Kite with our latest updates on the sport. So now, over to Luke.
Hello. Kent's Fire and Rescue Service have launched their latest road safety campaign, Operation Carmageddon. Research has indicated that young people are more likely to take risks whilst driving than more experienced contemporaries, which could result in death for themselves, their passengers and other road users. The campaign aims to educate young people on the dangers of driving irresponsibly. Watch manager Mark Jones joined 7K News at Canterbury's fire station to demonstrate how the emergency services handle a casualty involved in a car collision.
Is targeting young drivers at places they meet in the evenings and daytimes to try and instruct them on fire safety and educate people to get them to think about their driving styles or factors that affect driving, such as drink, speed, drugs, overloading, seat belts, mobile phones. I mean, the list is endless. Everybody can benefit from education regarding driving, but obviously new drivers, which are therefore young drivers, are a target audience because they tend to not have enough experience about road conditions, driving styles.
7K News wishes them all the best for their campaign. And now back to Becky.
Now we're joined by Sarah Carre to talk about the Nestlé boycott. So Sarah, what exactly is the Nestlé boycott about and how long has it been active?
Well, the boycott began in the United States in 1977 and it was formed following claims amongst many groups that Nestlé unethically advertised their formula milk. Groups such as the International Baby Food Action Network and Save the Children claim that the promotion of infant formula milk over breast milk has led not only to health problems amongst infants, but also deaths amongst infants in less economically developed countries. The boycott of Nestlé products was initiated so that Nestlé would take responsibility for these claims, and since it began in the 70s, it's been adopted by 18 countries.
So have Nestlé taken responsibility for these claims?
Not as such. The boycott was officially suspended in 1984. Nestlé met with boycott coordinators and agreed to implement the International Code of Marketing Substitutes as laid out by the World Health Assembly. However, in 1989, the boycott was reinstated when International Baby Food Action Network found them in violation of these codes of practice.
So what are these violations?
Well, in Thailand, they've been found to give out free samples of their milk substitutes to new mothers in a marketing strategy. In China and Peru, it's claimed that free products have been distributed to healthcare facilities. And in Egypt, Nestlé have used phrases such as identical to breast milk on their packaging and their marketing. There are further claims aprons have been given to paediatric wards, to nurses and other workers with their company logo on. Now, Nestlé do control up to 40% of the world's baby milk market, and if, as these claims state, they are using unethical advertising, there is a huge proportion of the market that's going to be affected.
So are Nestlé doing anything at the moment to counteract these claims?
They have been awarded one Fair Trade mark for one of their coffee blends and did approach Target's breast cancer research with a proposed $1 million marketing promotion. They, however, turned that down. But it is clear they're attempting to make steps in the right direction. However, it's undecided if that's enough, and organisations such as the National Childbirth Trust, the United Nations Association and the World Development Movement, amongst many others, at the moment appear unconvinced.
Thank you, Sarah, that's very interesting. So now we're back to Luke with the sport.
Welcome back. In sport, Manchester United moved just 4 points away from their 11th Premier League title. Alex Ferguson's side eased past Manchester City with a 2-0 victory at Old Trafford, and with just 3 games remaining, a drop in form doesn't look likely. Liverpool moved top of the table for just 24 hours with a 3-0 win at Upton Park, before United regained control in the league. At the foot of the table, Newcastle United moved 1 step closer to survival after a thrilling clash with rivals Middlesbrough. The Magpies won 3-1 after 2 super substitutes and boss Alan Shearer. In League Two, local side Gillingham kept up the heat on promotion after setting up a playoff final with Shrewsbury Town. Simeon Jackson scored both goals for the Gills as they overcame a resilient Rochdale with a 2-1 win at Priestfield. In Formula 1, Jenson Button continued his superb season with a 4th race win in 2009 season. Brawn GP dominated from the outset and ended the Spanish Grand Prix with a team 1-2. Red Bull's Mark Webber ended the race 3rd to complete the podium positions. However, last season's champion Lewis Hamilton endured another frustrating weekend and finished just outside the points in 9th position. Well, that's all we have time for today. Thank you for watching and see you again soon.